Go ahead. And this session is now being recorded. So welcome to session 2 of our go-to meetings for CyberPatriot. I'm super excited because this is going to, I think, help a lot of us not have to be in the classroom every single day, and will allow you guys, because all of you are so busy and are involved in so many different activities, but this will allow you guys to also get information and really how to learn what we're going to be using in the CyberPatriot game. So what you have in front of you right now is the main homepage for the CyberPatriot program. It is at www.uscyberpatriot.org, and this website is chock full of information. And I wanted to kind of show you guys, especially the people who are new to CyberPatriot, what exactly, where exactly this is and what exactly we are going to be doing throughout next year. So what I wanted to show you, and as you can see, these are the teams that are scrolling by that went to nationals and did very well at nationals. And one of the teams that actually won is a team from North Hollywood who hopefully at some point in September we will be able to communicate with them and kind of pick their brains a little bit so that we can add to anything and everything that we do. But I wanted to show you guys, again, our more new people, this website, because it's a great website that will again give you lots and lots of information. Okay, so if I take a look here, this is just general information here, but what I wanted to do is I wanted you guys to take a look at this video. CyberPatriot is really great about creating a new video every year for their program, and I wanted just to, for a second here, take a look at this video.
As we've evolved as a nation, we have come to see that technology is a critical part of everything we do.
Our infrastructure and everything from day-to-day activities such as smartphones, laptops, and computers, everything's growing in the internet.
It is a part of our everyday life. And with that connection comes a consequence.
We have become vulnerable to cyber attacks. The worldwide loss to cybercrime a year is about $600 billion. We need an innate capability here in the United States where we create a cadre of cyber defenders.
We need to have real, true skills, and CyberPatriot provides that venue.
The CyberPatriot National Youth Cyber Education Program was created by the Air Force Association in 2009 to attract students to careers and academic opportunities in cybersecurity and other STEM fields. At the core of the program is its annual National Youth Cyber Defense Competition that challenges teams of middle school and high school students to strengthen and defend simulated computer networks. Due in large part to the support of presenting sponsor, the Northrop Grumman Foundation, the CyberPatriot competition field has grown nearly 40% each year, with more than 3,300 teams from across the United States, Canada, and DoD-dependent schools abroad registered to compete in CyberPatriot 8.
We started this in 2009 with 8 teams of high school kids in Florida. This past season, we registered 3,379 teams. The program has grown exponentially, and we're proud of that.
We signed up as the presenting sponsor in March of 2010, and when Air Force Association approached us, the timing could not have been better. We really began the whole momentum of making this accessible to high school students everywhere.
Through training materials and practice rounds offered by CyberPatriot, and with the help of local volunteer mentors, competitors learn to defend a variety of operating systems and platforms from cyber attacks. Throughout the competition season, CyberPatriot teams are divided into the Open Division, All Service Division, and Middle School Division based on their organization type. The teams compete within their divisions in several online qualifying rounds, which challenge them to find and to fix cybersecurity vulnerabilities in a variety of simulated networks. After these rounds, the top 28 teams travel, all expenses paid, to the national finals competition in Baltimore, Maryland, where they battle it out for their division's national championship title and for academic scholarships donated by Northrop Grumman Corporation for pursuing the exciting field of cybersecurity.
We're not hackers, but we're really defenders, and it's really fun.
Cybersecurity is so cool because it's a very hands-on activity, and it's different every single time.
It's really cool to meet other people who are interested in the same things, who've worked on the same things and put in just as much effort as you have to get to this competition.
The children are born into a digital life. Having that awareness of security and maybe even some basic skills in being secure is invaluable.
All of our kids sit behind computers every day. This gives an outlet for that creative part that's technology-driven.
The CyberPatriot 8 national finalist teams travel to compete live by undertaking various network security and forensics challenges that expose competitors to various elements of cybersecurity. In addition, the program emphasizes online safety and requires participants pledge to act responsibly and ethically in the cybersphere.
Cyber is actually one of the best ways to learn. You learn a lot of critical thinking skills, and it's making those judgment calls that can help you make decisions in your life.
He's learned how to lead. He's learned how to follow. He's found out he's not the smartest kid in the room. And we all have to learn that at some point in life.
I actually started as a really beginner. I didn't know much about computers. As of right now, cybersecurity is my greatest passion and confidence.
But after CyberPatriot, it got me so interested that I started working very hard.
Just the fact that I've made it this far to the national finals competition, I feel like CyberPatriot showed me that if I work hard, I can really achieve something big.
It is now my pleasure to welcome to the stage the national champions in the All-Service Division, Centurion Battalion, Naval Sea Cadet Corps, coached by Ken Steppen.
And now finally, our last award of the night. The grand winner of the Open Division is Summit Technology Academy.
Feels good. It feels good. Yeah. It's like to go from 5th place to 3rd place, and then now to 1st place. It's kind of like completes the cycle.
Being able to be that team that gets to represent CyberPatriot is just really fantastic.
The Northrop Grumman Foundation has renewed its commitment as CyberPatriot's presenting sponsor through 2019. Through this generous support, CyberPatriot continues to expand and enhance the National Youth Cyber Education Program. CyberPatriot has launched 2 new educational programs geared towards cyber education. The AFA Cyber Camps, a program that keeps students engaged in cybersecurity and STEM education during the summer months. And ESKI, the Elementary School Cyber Education Initiative, created to provide basic online education and ethical best practices for the youngest of computer users, elementary students. CyberPatriot competitors and alumni have enjoyed internship opportunities with Northrop Grumman, as well as others in industry and government.
The CyberPatriot students are ideal interns in any business setting.
I'm definitely going to pursue a career in STEM because science is just so deep, so continuously evolving, so much to find out, so much more to discover.
As our country strives to fill the critical need for cyber professionals, CyberPatriot competitors are well equipped for the many opportunities that await them.
Gotten to come be part of some of the best people in the country in high school that are in cybersecurity and meet some of the people from the top companies in cybersecurity.
Well, I think I've learned that I can really do anything in STEM.
You can really change the world with this entire program and cyber itself. It teaches the life skills, it teaches the technical skills, and you'll keep these skills for the rest of your life, and you have fun while doing it. You know everyone that you're talking to is amazing. And you know that they're the kind of people who are going to be revolutionizing tomorrow. And you know that you're talking to the future leaders of America.
CyberPatriot 9 begins in the fall of 2016. There's something special here. We encourage every educator, every parent, and every student who has any interest in finding a wonderful career opportunity to check out CyberPatriot.
Register now for the biggest competition of the year.
Okay, so obviously that was a big sales pitch for the actual program, but it also outlined quite a bit of what are the possibilities for us as we go through our whole Cyber Patriot program. This past year, I know we keep talking about this, but this past year we had several groups, and I'll show you this website. There are 3 tiers after you compete in the first and second round. Everyone gets leveled out. The top level is platinum. Then you have the gold round, and then gold level, and you have the silver level. And 4 out of our 8 teams this past year ended up in the platinum round, which was really amazing. And then we had 2 teams in the gold round, and then 1 in the silver round. And the team that went in the gold round, one of those teams actually ended up ranking at a national level and pretty high in the state as well. So the possibilities of keeping on in the competition are very, very high, so that we'll have the different opportunities to actually take a look at and explore the different levels and really what they are having us to offer for us. So those of you, again, who have been in Cyber Patriot before, you guys know what we're talking about, but the new guys that are here tonight, this website, again, it allows you to kind of, if you go to their website, you can see, if you look over where it says competition overview and how the competition works, again, it tells you, okay, before the first round, you're going to start doing some training with our technical mentors. And our technical mentors are Mr. Bush, who did the meeting last week, and Mr. Rodriguez, who you guys will meet in the next coming up few weeks, who are both employees at Northrop Grumman and who are very generous with their time with us. And they do come in and they speak to us, and they give you guys pointers and tips on how to use the Windows 7, Windows 8 operating system, and how to really get into what we're trying to do. And again, for those of us that are new, I know everyone says, oh, we're going to be hackers, but really what we're doing here is you guys are becoming the IT professionals who will come and basically fix a computer. All of the computers or the virtual machines that we use, these are pretend computers that we would basically use as a simulation. What you are using and you are going in and basically cleaning up any of the bad files or encrypted files or corrupted things that you wouldn't want on a computer, and you basically get points for doing so. So if you take a look at this page here, when I have my screen here, you can see that basically it's talking about how the competition works here. Okay, so before the round, we're going to train. Mr. Bush and Mr. Rodriguez are going to be here with us, and they're going to talk to us, and they're going to show us these different videos and how to get into the admin side of a Windows 7 computer so that you can change the passwords for the 5 other users that are in there. And they're going to show you and help us get through how to use the different pieces of the software, how to get into the different network capabilities, and then again, learning how to download any information that you need. One of the biggest things that we will always say to you is, if you can't find the answer, you Google it. You guys are going to, as I said to many people before, you become expert Googlers. And if you can't find it on Google, then it probably doesn't exist. So, that's one of the biggest things that you do. And then during the round itself, you will be allowed to, you get an image. Let me just clear those highlights really quick. Erase all drawings. There we go. Again, bear with me because this is the first time I'm playing around with this here. But you during the round, you get an image, you get a file, and I'm going to show you guys how you're going to get the file and how you're going to extract it in a little bit. But you get the file, you open it up in the virtual machine, you have a special character ID, and you score points based on your character ID and then how you are actually fixing the vulnerabilities in the image, okay? And you get a score, and it will tell you and it will track you, and then you get ranked all the way through all over the United States as the game is playing. And then after the round is over, you wait and you kind of see what your scores are, which is pretty fun. But throughout the whole entire game, so I just saw what Suyeon just posted. Okay, so don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Anyway, so after the game is over, we get ranked, and then you guys will go on to the next round after that. So I'm trying to think. This is how the competition works. We saw that video. These are a bunch of the sponsors. The main sponsor is Northrop Grumman, but there's a lot of different sponsors that are there. And I've said to many of you before that this competition will open a lot of doors for you. Many of our people who have done CyberPatriot with us for the past few years have gone on to either have internships during the school year or during the summer. There are several students who have graduated a couple years last year, and they came back and have said, you know what, oh my goodness, I'm totally doing cybersecurity at school. It's amazing. I'm so excited about it. So there's a lot of different opportunities. One of the things that the video did talk about was these cybersecurity camps. And AT&T has one of their main headquarters that is down by the airport. And last year, we had several people who were more advanced go to the AT&T camp, and they said they got a lot out of it, but it was a very beginner camp. So anybody who is brand new to CyberPatriot this year, we are going to be offering as many spots as we can fill to go to this AT&T camp. They have asked us to send people with us. So if you're interested, at the end of the presentation tonight, if you guys can shoot me an email about that, I would be really grateful, and I can tell the guys over at AT&T that we are very interested. So that's just like a general overview of what CyberPatriot is. But one of the things that CyberPatriot does do is they provide us with all kinds of handouts and information. I just jumped from screen to screen. I apologize about that. This whole competition drop-down menu is really amazing because it tells you, it tells you the timeline here. Look at this. This is already up for next year. We have our dates for when they're going to be sending us information. So if our teams are registered, we'll get an exhibition round by the end of the school year. We'll get another one in the middle of the summer, and then they're going to give us another practice day in September, and then the training round, and then we have our actual dates of when the actual rounds are going to be. So I will officially post those later. But again, this competition drop-down is really important for you guys to go back through and to really look at, because it's going to give you all kinds of information that you can need. One of the big things that you are going to look through is where it says training materials and training modules. Okay, here there are several different PDFs. There's 10 of them here, and they go over the basic topics of cybersecurity and what they are really looking at the very beginning levels of CyberPatriot. And I would suggest when you have a moment sometime this summer, I know, yeah, right, you guys are so busy, but when you have a moment, these PDFs are really great because they really break down some of the general basics of what is cybersecurity. Why do we really care about this? Why is it important in our lives right now? And how do we fix it and make it better? So one of the things that we are going to look at in a minute is that Unit 1, which says Introduction to CyberPatriot and Cybersecurity. I'm going to go through it pretty briefly, and then at some point you're going to need to take a look at it as well, okay? The other thing that is really important in this drop down for the training modules is if you go into the area that says Windows, these are all kinds of links that will give you more information on the Windows operating system, or if you look, the Linux operating system, or the Cisco operating system, which are the three major areas that we actually use in the CyberPatriot game. So again, this is stuff that you guys are going to have to do outside of class time here on Wednesday evenings, or the time that you and your teammates come into the classroom. You're going to need to take the opportunity to really kind of go through these and look at these. The Cisco training is also really important because Mr. Rodriguez is really going to delve into that. That is his expertise. He is the Cisco guru in the CCNA trainings. That's the certification that you get when you actually go and take a test that says you are Cisco trained. So he is gonna, I'm gonna let him talk a little bit more about that when he has his training day in the next few weeks on the Wednesday when he's here. But this is going to be a big part because you have the Cisco Network Academy that you are going to be able to have resources for. But again, the additional resources, this is great. These are all websites that will go out and give you more information about, I don't know, we were talking about last week, we were talking about passwords, and you know, there's information here about the internet and how do passwords work, okay? So there's, again, like I said, a ton of information, and I've just been talking for 20 minutes straight. Can everyone still hear me? Are we good? Give me a heads up. There's been no chatter on this, and I feel bad because there's been no interaction between any of you guys today and me. It says, can you please go over the dates that we have for Cyber Patriots, or is it just going to be every Wednesday again? As of right now, thanks, Matt, for asking that question. As of right now, we are going to do this type of style training in the evenings. Wednesday seems to work best for everyone, but you know, I've been getting feedback, and again, I will want you guys to give me some feedback when we're done tonight with how did this go, and really, what did you like about the GoToMeeting? Was this topic helpful? What do you want more? And then not to forget that on Thursdays for right now until the end of the school year, we have the middle school students have been coming over from 3 to 4:15, and they've been getting exclusive training with Bill Patterson, who is like one of our Windows gurus. And tomorrow, if you guys come in from 3 to 4:15, Naseem Bahar and Melina Imamura are going, and Aren Martinez are going to be doing some Linux training. So if you're interested in learning about the Linux system, it would be a great opportunity to come on in and take a look at that as well. But the actual dates of the competition, I don't have those. I just clicked on it and I don't know where it went. But I will find that for you guys, and I will post those for you so that you have that. We are also looking to have, when you guys figure out your teams, and some of you have already figured out your teams and have told me who you guys are going to be working with, but once you have figured out your team, then you are going to come up with whether you and your team are going to be training during zero period, once a week, twice a week, or if you're going to come in during 7th period. And again, the zero period is so that people who are in athletics or drumline or you know, anything that is going to happen right after school and cannot attend during 7th period, because that did happen to quite a few of you this year. We want to be able to make sure that you do have time in the classroom, you do have access to a person who is going to be a body that can help you through any issues that you may or may not have. So that once you have your team established and ready to go, you will be able to do that as well. Okay, Matt, did that answer your question? I know that was kind of a long roundabout answer, but yes. Okay, so what I wanted, the last thing that I wanted to show you guys, and again, some of you already know this because we do this, we have done this for several years, is the virtual machine So this next year, if you take a look at the technical specifications, they are updating the virtual machine to be VMware Player 12.5.5, and they send you directly to the link for VM 12.5.5. This is what I downloaded this afternoon on my machine. It was very easy. It looks exactly the same as what we've had before. You just go into that yellow square thing, again, open a virtual machine, and I downloaded this. This was Bill's virtual machine that he created for the middle school kids, and it loads very quickly. You have to connect the device every time you power on. I'm going to start Windows normally, remind me later. And then it's going to start just like we do in the classroom. But it's going to be the 12.12.5 option this time instead of not. Okay? So you need to just make sure that you have that. I don't know where my mouse went. There we go. The 12.12.5, it looks exactly the same. This is a Windows 7 image, and obviously you would go into the README, and this is all about trying to unstuck Maya Matterman, Joey Mills, Uren Martinez, Caitlin Dilley, and I believe that Jacob Kramer is a user as well that comes up as a hacker. So, you know, the virtual machine itself is very easy, but again, they updated it to 12.5.5, which means that we will definitely have a Windows 10 image this next year. Suyan, you said if we can't go to the 7th period class, can we go to the 0 period class for some of the days? Absolutely. Yeah. I'm just going to leave my cot in my classroom and just always live in there. And then Yuli, you said, so you make your own teams, let you know, and start training? Absolutely. Yeah. If you can come in on those Thursdays, it's an awesome way to get to learn, and especially learn from some of these seniors who've been doing this for a little while. Julius, you said we're supposed to get something different. The screen didn't change. Does everyone see? No, you guys don't see this. Virtual machine. I wonder if because it's a virtual machine, the state of it itself, it's not changing. And you guys just see, interesting. Mr. Bush, do you know, maybe you can comment on why my screen hasn't changed? It says you may be experiencing degraded audio quality because you're recording. Nope, that's not it. I don't know. Bob, are you there? No, he's not there. It's just me. Okay. I don't know why it's not changing for us. Maybe if I pause the screen sharing, did it go blank for you guys?
She got it back.
Did I get it back now? I don't know. Leon, you're on audio. Can you see a different screen here?
It was different than what it was like 10 or 20 seconds ago.
Okay, interesting. So it's starting to lag pretty badly right now.
I think so.
Yeah, I wonder why. That's interesting. Okay. Well, let me see. Let me just go back to what we've kind of covered. We've gone over a little bit what the what Cyber Patriots is really all about. What is this game that we're using? And can you, let's see.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. What is this game all about? How do we play? Where do we go to see what it is? And remember, it's the uscyberpatriot.org. It is a great website for you that you'll be able to see and really get lots of information from. And then I kind of showed you a little bit of the virtual machine itself, but it looked like it kind of lagged on you guys, so that's not good. So I will go back and make sure that I do a screencast of the how do we access the virtual machine so that we have that also in our our video library that we are creating right now. Is there any way I can download a VMware with an image on it? Yes. So this, Matt just commented that. So the image that I had on the screen that I don't know if any of you guys were able to see or not was Bill's pretty clean version of a Windows 7 image. So you can download the virtual machine 12.5.5 from the CyberPatriot website under where it says the technical specifications. And then if you scroll down to where it says VMware Player, there's a blue link there. It'll take you to the VMware's website, and you're gonna download the 12.5.5, okay? And that is the version of the VM that we are going to be using this year. And like I said, everything that you're going to need as far as like images and that kind of thing will be in the Google Drive. And if you don't have access to the Google Drive yet, we will be happy to give that to you as well. Are there any other questions or problems? No? Again, I don't know why it's so laggy tonight. Bob, you and I will have to sit down and kind of brainstorm that a little bit, but because it wasn't laggy last time, I wonder if it's just me. But what I need you guys to do again tonight is to shoot me an email, wood.julie@tusd.org, okay? And let me know what you thought. If this was helpful, great. Did you like GoToMeeting? Was it easy to use? Is the time okay? If we need to change the time at all, if the topic was okay, do you want more information about it? And again, if you are interested in actual hands-on learning with a person right now, we have people in the room on Thursday afternoons from 3 to 4:15 who have been helping some of our middle school friends come on over, and they have been doing some trainings, okay? So if you guys could do that for me, that would be awesome, because again, feedback is always good, and I apologize for the lagginess, and hopefully for next time we will be able to finish that or fix that. All right, I'm going to stop recording.